So as a doctor, I know that patients are increasingly wanting natural products, and rightly so. You know, people often with rosacea, for example, have used antibiotics for years and years and years. And in fact, on our research, people had rosacea for an average of 15 years and had been on antibiotics for many, many years, and people don't want that. So a lot of people want natural, and I certainly understand that. But more and more, they're not just wanting natural, they want natural and works. That's a big difference. Now, how do you know if a medical product works? Well, you do research. And very, very few companies that I know in the natural products world have done research. And with my background in medical research, that's what we've done. We've applied that research to honey. The way you actually do it is you do small trials called phase 2, which give you a clue as to something is working. And we got very excited when it appeared that Honevo may be working for rosacea in phase 2, but that's not definitive proof. You get that from a large trial that's called a phase 3 trial. And we did that trial with nearly 140 people, and the results were incredibly positive. The studies have been published in one of the top medical journals in the world called the British Medical Journal Open. And on the trial, with around 140 people, 2/3 of the people on the trial had a good improvement in their rosacea. 1 in 3 people had a huge improvement in their rosacea. And for 1 in 8 people, something we never expected at all, their rosacea completely disappeared, which is an amazing result. So yes, it's not going to work for 100% of people. We know that. No medical treatment for anything ever works for 100% of people, but the vast majority are reporting improvements, and also quite quickly as well. Rosacea is a chronic disease. People have usually had it for many years, and yet on the trial people saw improvements within 2 weeks, and those improvements were generally a lot higher when the trial finished after 8 weeks. Now, as a doctor, I'm used to seeing patients with, life-threatening conditions and more milder conditions. Now, no one's going to die of rosacea, but I really do understand the effect that rosacea can have on a person's quality of life. Some of the emails we receive, some of the conversations I have with patients, it can really affect them, from being embarrassed right through to having to spend a lot of time covering it up. A lot of ladies will spend time covering it up. A lot of guys probably not into makeup as much and have more of the symptoms visually, and maybe look like, for example, they drink too much. That's what people tell me. So it's not a life-threatening condition, but I think it's really, really important, and it can affect your quality of life. So for us to have developed a product that works for rosacea makes me incredibly proud as a doctor. The question we get asked often is, what other products can I use on my skin, particularly from ladies? Now, I'm not an expert in cosmetics, but all the ladies are reporting back, and the chaps as well, that their skin has never felt better after using Honevo. One of the properties of medical honey we know is it is incredibly good moisturizer. It takes water out of the atmosphere, it comes into the honey, and it passes that into the skin. It's an amazing moisturizer. And because it's antibacterial, it's also a cleanser as well. So in some ways, maybe you don't even need other things. But if you want to use other things, that's fine. There's nothing you can't use, but you may find you don't need to use any other products as well as the Honevo Red. So as a doctor, I'm incredibly proud to be the inventor of Honevo Red and know how rosacea can affect people's quality of life, and to be able to help that is just a wonderful thing from me as a health professional. It's 100% natural, and we know that that's important for people, and it's also very, very safe as well, also important. But probably above and beyond all that, we know that it works, not just from the hundreds of stories we've received from patients who've used it, more importantly from the research, from the cold hard science, from the studies we've published in medical journals that prove that it works beyond doubt. So we're very, very pleased to have launched Honevo Red so that patients around the world can experience its benefits.